Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Sunday. So this weekend, crazy weekend. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, UFC have fights. Junior Dos Anjos lost his title, so now we have Eddie Alvarez, who's the champion there. Pretty interesting. Then we also had, the new women's champion, Mr. Tate, lost the title, and Brock Lesnar came back, so on and so forth. But let me just talk about what I believe is important, at least in my opinion. It's sport karate, or at least what was known as sport karate way back when. The business model used to be like the Olympics, meaning that it was a big stadium and everyone had a chance to see what would be their eliminations from a distance. And then you would have a center stage, and that's where the politicians were invited. That's where the local stars were invited. That's where it made it where the karate event once a year came through town, right through there. And then what happened was the business model was changed. And hey guys, again, I'm just keeping honest. People make a big thing about the teams, but the fact is that the teams, if you look at the geographically, genealogically, in the freaking time that the team started, the so-called teams, meaning sponsored teams, to what happens today, you see that teams became almost like gangs. You know, it's like the streets of New York, or the gangs in New York are running things, and they push and dictate what the promoters should do. So now the sport looks so different from what we had that people like me, when I did have a bunch of students, and I could bring 100, 200 competitors to the tournament, I stopped bringing them because it wasn't consistent with what I taught in class. In other words, today, if you do a chamber, in other words, if you get jammed, and you know what I'm talking about, Sean. If Billy used to jam me, today they would have been considered that 2 points, which is insane. Fact is that a kick is not a kick until he locks the knee. So then when we tell people, well, that's not a real kick, they look at us like, what's wrong with you? That's a short kick, which is nonsense to me, but maybe I'm wrong. So the business model went from what was the Olympics in the stadium to what today is dance moms. Here's dance moms. You go to a tournament and you can't see anything. It's not on the same level. It's in a hotel. I think Boys Like Girl was the first one that did that. And then on top of that, all you really have is a booster club. There aren't any non-competitors anymore that were there that were spectating any longer. That ended around 1991, 1992, when you saw guys in the same so-called team making believe they were fighting, and people were paying $100 for the tickets. And back then I was yelling and screaming, some of you guys remember, that we're going to lose our audience. And sure enough, we did. I'm a big fan of any form of the martial arts. I do appreciate when people have skills that are flipping and so on and so forth, but not in every division. So this weekend was kind of wild. I wanted to see the U.S. Open. Great event, like U.S. Open. And I noticed that what they had was forms. Then somebody told me that the reason they had only forms because the fighting was being broadcasted live through ESPN, but it didn't even look good. I mean, they even took the name of what was continuous contact and changed the name of it, which is, I don't know if it's necessary. I believe in best practices. If in the past there was something that worked, why can't we use some of those things from then, combined with other elements of maybe today, in order to come up with a better business model? As a school owner, it makes it difficult for me to take a student to a tournament and have to explain to the kid or the parent that a slap fist to the shoulder is really not a point. But they give them the point. So that's one thing. In terms of forms, the 30 and above people, oh my God, they look freaking awesome, but they don't get a chance to be on stage. Why? The only time you get on the stage today is if you're a judge or if you are someone getting an award. So like 30 is supposed to be old today. I mean, it's bad enough they say 35 is a senior in our division, which I think 65 is a senior, maybe not even done. My point is that we have an opportunity where people of all ages can get a chance to test their skills against people of peers. So in recent months, I've been really training to try to inspire some of my friends to come back and compete, because when it's all said and done, it's a lot of fun. Well, at least it could be a lot of fun. So where else can you have 3 or 4 generations of people competing in their own age bracket? Now, it's insulting sometimes when you're competing in Rhode Island, but they put your division over in Connecticut. It happened this year, and I felt bad, not for me because I don't care to be on stage. I just feel really bad for what would be the generations that are not looking at what would be the pioneers and legends. Because it's really, really sad when you look at children looking up to other children, so they eliminate what would be the reason why they stay around. And I know they're justifying it by saying, well, there's more kids, and because the kids are there, then maybe we should highlight them. And it's been over 25 years. That's been happening, slowly but surely. But has the business model really worked? I mean, are there more competitors today? From what I understand, there isn't. However, there are more events. Because this weekend you had the Waco Nationals, I think they called it. And then you had a bunch of local events. My point is that I strongly still believe that a business model could be put together from a combination of past and present in order to bring in a whole other level. Because imagine this. At age 50 or 60, I believe that those competitors that have schools, which is quite a few of them, including Shion Freddy Lopez there, they have more students than the 5, 6, 7-year-old underbelt that's being highlighted now in the nighttime finals. Even though Friday they have their own grand champion, they still have them come back on stage again. Imagine that, to compete in forms, but they don't allow anyone that's above 30 to compete in forms or even fighting on stage. There's something wrong with that. In my crazy opinion, I believe that I can even get better. That's my goal. At age 50, I think I'll be in better shape at 55 than I was even 20 years ago. That's right. I challenge you guys. You guys can do it. Now, some of us have injuries. Some of us don't have the enthusiasm, the passion, and desire, or even the financial or would-be incentive. So I'm going to be taking care of things like that because I believe in us. Oh, let me talk about that too. I don't say us because I came up in Kung Fu and also in Taekwondo, and we used to bow and say Taekwondo. And Tang Soo Do people say Tang Soo. Some people say Chin. So to me, it's us. All of us. That's U-S-S-S. Us. All of us. We have people here right now who are pioneers and legends right now watching. Got Leo Creel within California. And these guys were phenomenal fighters because the rules allowed for anyone from different styles to actually compete. We were able to kick people to the groin, if necessary, kick people to the head, but as fast as possible, sweep them, and so on and so forth. So that's another issue that I believe should be addressed, is what was the rules that allowed any martial artist, regardless of style, to go and participate under the same rules. Today, they should call it sport karate because it's only one sport. Everyone's trying to do the same thing, better than the next person, stronger, faster, and what have you. When we had what I call sniper fighting, sharpshooters, people who were able to hit you with techniques, sometimes just one blow, but they came from a variety of styles. The Kung Fu guy would sweep you, the Taekwondo fighter would kick him to the head, the Kempo style would hit you to the groin. Everybody had some form of hand technique. So the overall potential, I should say, the overall performance was at a whole other level, I believe. Now, 2-point karate, as I call it, sniper fighting, transcended where you would go from one division to the other. A financial business model is okay, but bringing the special interest like 50 plus enough participants would make it quite interesting. Yeah, Penny, you're exactly right. But this is the challenge. When I go to a tournament, a lot of times it will be myself and maybe one other person from the previous generation, and they treat us like a bunch of has-beens, like we don't even count. Even though in that same room there was 8 other people that could have been competing that day, I think it's part of lack of respect when the kids have the nerve to call you by the first name, when they don't even have someone on stage anymore looked up to any longer because they, at age 10 years old, are the stars. So why would everybody hang out to see some old people who can't do the flips when they think that's martial arts? They really think that's martial arts. Yeah, I think, and just to be fair, 30 and above is probably enough, just because you want to get some market share. So imagine from age 5 all the way to 60 or even 70, that's a lot of potential people there. Again, we have people on the call, whether it's Apache Cruz, Sir, Anchis, and the Brady brothers, at least one of them's here. Man, your guys are probably able to do things better than ever, including someone like Akin Williams. And Guzman doesn't do the continuous contact, but in point karate, I should say he doesn't do point karate, but I'm sure in continuous contact or kickboxing, he would do well. My point is that we are supposed to be leading by example. No one could be old at age 50 when you can be old at age 25. It all depends on your fitness level. And that's another thing, guys, please. Nourish yourself so you can perform better and take care of yourselves, and we'll be around a lot longer. I think this is the first time ever that we've had guys like Sonny Ono do a cartwheel kick. Oh my God, at age 62 years young. See, it doesn't matter what age it is, it's your ability to take action and still perform. So I believe that if we're able to give the just due respect to the people who are the pioneers and legends, or I should say at least elders of the industry, then maybe they'll come out a little more often. And I would rather see one of those guys than someone young that looks just about the same as the other person. Now, I don't want to fight against the young guys. Not that I'm afraid. God bless them, best wish them, let them have their own championship opportunities, because that's not my lane. That's not our lane. But I am saying this. If your guys start training, we'll be able to have a bigger market share. And that's the bottom line. Yeah, Mr. Rico guy, 72 years young, no question about it. And in addition to that, there's other people. I put a video where a guy who's 71 was competing in sprinting and breaking all types of world records, I guess in his age category. My point is that I believe in all of us. Leo Creer says, I'll be back. So I'm saying I'll be training because Leo's no joke. I'm sure he gained a few pounds too. You know, so he hit a little harder than the super lightweight division that he did years ago. My point is that, guys, I love this. I know you guys do too. I appreciate your time. Here it is Sunday, and you guys are chiming in, and just thank you. In the meantime, I am going to have to put something that might help you guys. This is a gentleman named Robert Kiyosaki, because I believe that business is important, and this paradigm of what would be business is important too. So just bear with me for a few seconds, and I'm putting on Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. For those of you who do business, and
I'm here with a couple entrepreneurial legends. Kim Kiyosaki, how are you? Robert Kiyosaki.
How you doing?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Woman. How many books have you guys sold worldwide, estimated?
Well, just Rich Dad Poor Dad alone is estimated, legally produced, there's a lot of pirated copies, 33 million.
33 million books.
7 years on a New York Times bestseller list, but who's counting?
Who's counting? No big deal. Talk to people about why network marketing is such a good entrepreneurial decision in the crazy landscape that we deal with in today's economy.
Well, as we know, there's fewer and fewer jobs. You know, American corporations say they're hiring, but they're not hiring in America, they're hiring overseas. But more than that is that the reason I endorse network marketing is most people are addicted to the paycheck. And the paycheck is one of the most sinister plots ever pulled upon a human being. If you need a paycheck, you've sold your soul. You know, you've sold your body, your mind, your spirit, and your emotions. You sit there in fear of losing your job, or can I get a raise, or, you know, will I get promoted? I mean, and then, why would you do that? Another thing about we endorse network marketing, we don't think of it as a network marketing. We think of it as entrepreneur development. Because if you need a paycheck, this is not your business. You know, we build businesses. So sometimes when Kim and I do a deal, we may not receive a paycheck for 5-6 years. You know, and so these guys come, oh, we're going to get rich quick. You know, and some people do. I don't know, you do or not. But that is an employee, get-rich, loser mindset. And so the thing that network marketing does is really kind of cure you of that loser, paycheck, get-rich-quick mentality and actually build a business. You know, we build businesses, and that's how we're rich. But we didn't get rich quick, and I don't need a paycheck. I never want a paycheck. So that's kind of a revolutionary thought to most people up there who went to school to get good grades and get a job, you know, and then you get a high-paying job, and the higher-paying job, you pay higher taxes, and you wonder why you never get ahead. That's because you went to school to get a job and a paycheck. You've got to get away from the paycheck, and sometimes it might take 2-3 years to get away from that. And that's what network marketing teaches people. It's an entrepreneur's mindset. It's an entrepreneur's spirit, not a loser employee, I need a paycheck mentality.
I love that. I love that. The fact of the paycheck being evil.
It's evil. Well, just look at the tax system. Just the people that have paychecks pay the highest taxes. Now, why would you do that? Well, if you had a little financial education, you had a business, the tax laws swing to your favor immediately. If you have a full-time job, we're not saying quit your job, keep a full-time job, you know, then start a part-time business, and then call your accountant. Because the moment you start a part-time business, the tax laws shift to your favor. So all of these guys who are crying, I'm paying too much in taxes. Because you're a loser. You're working for a paycheck. Get it? You know what I mean? You don't want a paycheck. What you want is passive income. You know, you want income that comes from assets, not from labor. It's a very different mindset. So if you want to get rich quick, That's a bad mindset.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So again, the idea is this: if you listen to what he said that you don't have to quit your job. You can hold on to your job, obviously, and work part time on your business, because that's what it comes down to. See, for many years, martial artists have had, they have karate schools, and they have so much dead time, and it's crazy because I don't see most martial artists don't even work 8 hours a day, and they want to earn more income, and they do things like security or they throw tournaments, which is all fine, but getting some type of passive income, I think, is extremely important, very important. And that's my suggestion. Okay, guys, I appreciate your time. Seems like I'm stuck over here. I don't know if that is the case. I don't have the face. But entrepreneur, you guys can do it. Earn income as you sleep, because when it's all said and done, I appreciate a martial artist who's given up many years of his life, but when it's all said and done, they can actually earn income in a variety of ways. How can you help someone live longer? Get them in better health also. Educate them, not just in health, but also in the difference between money and finance, like Mr. Bob there knows the big difference. Anyhow, God bless you, best wishes. My thoughts again is that the best is yet to come. I'm committed to that. 72 years young is what Mr. Rico Guy is. Anyone that's younger than that, anyone that's older than what Jack LaLanne was at age 90 when he was kicking some butt, shouldn't be complaining about age. You guys can get yourself in better shape. Just make sure you do it smart so you don't injure yourself. God bless. AB, see ya. Best wishes.